All right, welcome back. We're going to pick up where we left off, and we're just going to go ahead and drill on the marks that we made on the fretboard. And these are going to be for the fret markers, the circular dots that are going to be super glued in and then sanded flush. All right, we're back on the drill press, making some holes in the back of the body for the string ferrules. All right, this is the exciting part. We're going to start carving the neck. And you really kind of want to take your time with this, and it's not too difficult. Using the facet method, you're going to be drawing some lines and breaking this out into sections. Going to carve it down with a Shinto Rasp. That's the easiest way to take a lot of material off. And then after that, get the dragon rasp. They're like these little pointy files, and then they kind of take a little bit more material but not as aggressive. And then after that, hit it with some sandpaper and some cabinet scrapers and get it pretty smooth. This is step 3 on the facet removal here. And you're going to be removing these guys with the scribbly lines on both sides. And then after that, it's just going to be probably more sanding and filing to get them to match up to the StewMac templates that I have for the... All right, we've been filing, rasping, and shaping basically in general this neck. And now I'm just kind of fine tuning with some sandpaper down to the 240. I was using 150 earlier, and getting the shape pretty much where I want it. And we're using some StewMac neck templates to pretty much get the shape and everything going here. So if I'm at the 3rd fret here, should be right there with this guy. It's perfect. And then our 5th fret right here. That looks good. And then 7th fret. Looks good. Look at that. And then 9th. Starts to get a little bit more of a D shape than a C shape. That's good. And then 10, 11, 12. Look at that. Pretty good. I have it a little flatter through this section. Just like the way that feels. And then this is the last part of the template right here. Can't really see it on that side, but got it all pretty much where I want it. Now I'm just gonna clean it up with some finer sandpaper All right, so basically right here, I'm just cleaning out the fret slots, making sure that the sides are as deep as the middle because it's on a radius. The sides sometimes get a little shallow, and I'm not just haphazardly sawing away at this. There's a plexiglass guide that I have glued to the other side of the saw to keep it from going too deep. Now it's time to get ready for the side dots, and I'm just basically making some marks with this little pointy punch awl where I need to put the side dot material, and I'm going to take this over to the drill press, and with a drill bit that has kind of a pointy center, it'll fit right inside those marks. I'll drill down a little bit, and then after that we'll take the side dot marker material. It's like a plastic rod, and I'll just basically tap that in place, add a little super glue, let it wick down into it, and then I'll trim it off with some clippers and sand that down with some sandpaper until it's flush. Okay, this is the first time I've done a truss rod that has the adjustment in the heel. So I'm just routing a little access for an Allen key, so I'll be able to adjust the truss rod without removing the neck. All right, we're going to be drilling some holes into the body, getting it ready for the bolts that go through and attach the neck. The bolts are going to be machine screws that go into screw inserts in the neck. The ASMR section. I'm basically taking a triangle file to the fret slots to get them nice and smooth on the edges, ready for when we install the frets. All right, so we're going to be doing a epoxy or Z-Poxy grain fill on this. And what I'm doing is I've mixed it into a little container, poured it onto the body, and I'm spreading it around, being careful to not totally flood the cavities and everything there. But what I want to do is I want to use this spreader to work the Z-Poxy into the pores and the grain and eventually get it nice and smooth. I'm going to do this on the edges, the backside, all around, and then after that, I'm going to let it dry, let it cure, and then sand it nice and smooth.